I'm Allison with Senior Resources, and I'm bringing you another segment about staying safe and healthy in your home for seniors. Today I'm going to work with some fresh vegetables. I actually got a box of vegetables from a local farm, and it was a preset mix of vegetables, and sometimes this happens. It's great, it's locally produced, or they're fun things, but maybe they're not something you're used to cooking. Maybe it's not something you use all the time. So for me today, it was the radishes. I was kind of debating how am I going to do them. So whenever I have a question about how to cook a food that I'm not familiar with when it comes to fresh vegetables, roasting them is the answer. Everything comes out delicious. Roasted, it brings out those different flavors in them. So for the radishes today, sometimes they can be kind of spicy for people. So when you roast them, they actually cook up more like a potato. And what I'm doing is just kind of cutting them into even tight pieces. Whenever we're cutting, we always want to try to create a flat space at the bottom of our fruit or vegetable so that it lays flat on the cutting board and doesn't roll around. And we don't need to do too much to these. They're going to just be kind of nice bite-sized pieces. I've cut them into some different shapes. Just kind of depends on how you want them to look on your plate later. Radishes are fun. I mean, look how cute that is with the coloring inside. And they come in a lot of different colors. These are kind of the traditional reddish color. So just because I have more room on my pan here, and I also got cauliflower in my vegetable box, I'm going to toss some of my cauliflower in there as well. Cauliflower is not, some people love it or hate it, but again, it's going to get a nice caramelized browning color to it as we cook it. And then when you're introducing vegetables to maybe some people that aren't used to eating that vegetable, maybe going with a tried and true one that everybody likes and is on the pan roasting with them. And so for most people, carrots is a very easy go-to item. So what I love about this locally produced produce is that it supports our farmers, and it kind of reminds me of one of our programs called the Senior Farmers Market Voucher Program. We've participated with this with the Department of Agriculture for several years now, and what this does is it provides a packet of $18 worth of vouchers to go shopping at a farmer's market for seniors that meet the income guidelines. So I don't know how this is going to work out this year, but I think we're still looking at farmers markets happening, and if so, I do hope that program continues to exist. You can always contact me at Senior Resources with questions. I'll keep you updated as I hear about how it's going to roll out. But the farmers markets, even without the farmers market vouchers, are just a great way of getting fresh, locally produced vegetables in your area. So I chopped up all my pretty vegetables. I put them in a nice little colorful array. You could toss them together if you want to. I'm just going to drizzle them with, this is 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You could use any kind of oil that you'd want to here. That's just enough to kind of get them coated. And I'll sprinkle with a little pepper. You could also do salt here, but I'm not going to. It's just one little way of reducing the sodium content in the dishes. And last time I went to the grocery store, but you can also get this locally grown. I'm actually going to grow some this summer. This is fresh parsley, and you can buy a huge bunch of fresh parsley for nothing. And what I find is that when I put fresh parsley or any fresh herb on a dish that I'm making, I'm just chopping it up a little bit to make it not such big leaves, it just makes it look really fancy, like you're a celebrity chef in your kitchen. So I'm going to put that around on there. I mean, doesn't that just looks like wow. And the other thing about that I wanted to mention on not only the senior farmers markets, but also the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, formerly known as food stamps. A lot of seniors qualify for SNAP with different income guidelines than younger folks, and they don't have to reapply as often. So I'm going to talk about SNAP in another segment because that applies a lot to our grocery shopping program now, but SNAP can be used at a lot of farmers markets as well, because we want to encourage people to use that money to buy great healthy produce and support our local farmers. So I'm going to take this pan and put it in the oven at 375 degrees for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, just until I start to see some nice warm brown bubbling, and the radishes will be tender like a potato would be, and then it'll be ready to enjoy. So thank you for joining us, and please contact me with any questions, concerns, suggestions. We hope you stay safe, stay home, and stay healthy. Thanks.